Let's talk about retrogrades. The most famous retrograde is Mercury retrograde. Poor Mercury retrograde. People who used to play the victim of their family, the victim of their partners, the victim of the system. Now they're playing the victim of Mercury retrograde. Let's start with what does retrograde mean? Not a single planet goes backward. Not a single one. Retrograde is the state when the planet slows down. It has a certain rhythm, certain pace, and then it just slows down. And when it slows down, it looks like it's going back in the sky because the planet Earth is keeping the same rhythm. This is the retrograde. So instead of understanding it as going backward, now let's shift to understanding it's slowing down. Slowing down. Then sun is fixed. Earth and moon doesn't go retrograde. We have from Mercury till the rest of the planets, they all go retrograde. Mercury is the fastest planet, so it goes retrograde 3-4 times per year. This is why everyone knows Mercury retrograde. But Pluto goes retrograde every year for 6 months. Jupiter goes retrograde to Uranus, every single planet. And the first understanding from this is that nothing in nature has the same rhythm all year long, including you. We have phases of normal rhythm, we have phases of speeding up a bit, and we have phases of slowing down, and natural, necessary slowing down. Not malfunction one, not depression one, not burnout one. It's natural. Not something that we need to fight or take vitamins and take medicine to boost that, because it's a malfunction that we need to treat and to keep the same rhythm all year long. And here I want you to reflect about the fact that most of the people work 5 to 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week minimum, and had only 3 weeks vacation a year. This is not natural. That we are living in a system that is asking us to be productive all year long, where it's impossible to be productive all year long. If you observe the nature, if you observe planets, plants, and if you observe the planets, the whole solar system doesn't go on the same rhythm all year long. So, retrogrades are periods of slowing down. Slowing down. And when we slow down, we have a better time and better space to understand, process, digest what happened in the past. And with astrology, and according to the planet and which sign there is the retrograde, we can tell the cycles, precise cycles. And when we slow down, understand, process, digest, this is when we readjust for the future. This is when we make the necessary changes, the necessary additions, or the necessary let go to adjust to our unique path. If we are always on the go, non-stop, tack, 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 we'll not have time to process, we'll not have time to readjust, we'll not have time to understand, oh, I need to let go of this plan, it's not aligned anymore. I need to let go of this person, he's not aligned anymore. It doesn't make me thrive anymore. I need to let go of this country. I need to let go of this job. I need to let go of this behavior, my own behavior, my own way of communication, my inter or intrapersonal dynamics. Once again, it's so personal. It depends on which sign the Mercury or the planet is going retrograde in, and where we have this house and which planets we have in this house. So according to your personal chart, wherever there is a retrograde of a planet, there is a reflection and question to slow down and sort out. Sort out. Tac, 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 tac. Mercury retrograde is usually the most famous one because Mercury is a personal planet, and because it's fast, so the impact is in 2-3 weeks and you can feel it, and it impacts communication. So there is bugs in Instagram and YouTube and normal communication, internet, electricity. There's bugs in the banks. Like, most of the people don't believe in anything in astrology, but Mercury retrograde, they believe in it because they live it. Even the most people who doesn't believe in astrology, during Mercury retrograde, they send me like, oh, okay, it's Mercury retrograde. I heard today I had a problem in the bank. I had a problem with this email. I had a problem with this company. I had a problem with this rendezvous. It keep getting postponed. This is where we have a slowdown. This is where we understand in the opposite of fluidity, of like, there's setbacks, although it's part of the flow. I've been living Mercury retrograde for I don't know how many years, like since 2017 I know about Mercury retrograde. And I played the victim of Mercury retrograde. I played it before diving deep in astrology. I played it like, Mercury retrograde, nothing is going forward now, this is not the time for Mercury retrograde. And it took me years of observation before I even think about like talking about astrology or giving astro readings, and having my whole life around this. It's wow. Every time I needed to redo an appointment, I needed to reorganize or rewrite an email or re-prepare a class or a proposition, or a meeting for a business, or a meeting with an old friend, or a meeting with a partner or family, it was always in the divine timing. It had to happen on that day, and the divine timing go beyond my understanding or anyone's understanding. For example, so simple example. Today I was supposed, not today, like example, I was supposed to have a business meeting, and this meeting got postponed to 2 days later. And in these 2 days, I had more clarity about questions or about areas, or clarity about collaboration. I had more input, output. I had more experiences that prepared me better for that meeting, because I do believe that we grow and we evolve each minute. Like now at the end of this video, I'm a complete different person than the beginning of this video. Just by the addition of this experience, of sitting here in front of the camera talking about retrogrades. Yes, it could be a change of 0.00001%. I'm not a radically, completely different person, but it's still, it's a different process. It's a different frequency. Now I need you to imagine, like, after 24 hours. Now I need you to imagine after 24 hours of revelation, after 24 hours of like having a near-death experience in that 24 hours. that 0.00%, 1% change is going to become 10% change, 20% change. If you had a near-death experience, and I had a near-death experience, the coming back is like even the green is different, even the coconut is different, even the walls of the house are different. So we are constantly evolving, we are constantly changing, and we are constantly developing trust, faith, and resilience. The retrogrades, they are an invitation to develop the faith, to develop that distance, and to develop that observer who doesn't react but responds. And sometimes we need to react. We are not divine, we are humans. Even the reaction is part of learning, either for us or for the other person. We are always learning. So let's conclude. The retrogrades are a period to slow down, to reassess, understand, process, digest, and adjust, readjust our plan and our commitment and our faith. Usually during the retrogrades, the energy slows down, the metabolism slows down. We are even tired to try to push. Once again, depends on which area of your life. So don't force it. Slow down, follow the rhythm. Nothing blooms all year long. And not a single planet except for planet Earth, Sun, which is the center, and Moon goes direct all year long. And if you want to understand how this retrograde is impacting you, either Mercury or any other planet, you can book a reading for your session. And if you want to join a like-hearted community with a program aligned with the moon cycle and astrological cycle, where we start the new moon with new moon life and guidance and reflection question and astrological exercise to understand each one how is impacted with his unique chart. So you're gonna learn your unique chart and how to read it and how to understand it with the lunar cycle. We have a special yoga sequence to practice daily or at least 3 times a week that is tailored for the energies of this month, of each month, lunar cycle. Full moon, you have a unique guidance and reflection question and exercises. And then at the end of the month, we have a collective call to share experiences, to answer the questions, and to prepare for the upcoming cycle. All of that, we have an announcement group and a support group that is active all during the week. So I pop in between 3 to 4 times in that group to explain the transits, to explain how to co-create with it, and how to understand it with your chart. So it's a monthly guidance and it's weekly guidance, and according to the astrological stars, and you can live it with a like-hearted people of community. Also, all of Ifrit tribe members, they have 40% on all the readings and all the sessions. We have 2 spaces, one in English and one in French. One in English and one in Arabic. Actually, today I'm thinking about the French one. We'll see about it. We have 2 spaces, one in English and one in Arabic. And today, like in this retrograde, and it said like, je maîtrise bien le français. I speak French very well. I'm even more comfortable in French than in English. Maybe I should add the 3rd French space. We'll see how it's gonna unfold.